Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rainboots, and today we're making a graduation gnome with a free hat pattern. He's super cute, and if you'd like to make him, boop, stick around. As always, please like this video so I know you're here crafting with me, and today we're going to be making this guy. He's 7 inches tall, and both patterns will be below. As for our supplies, fleece, felt, foam, fur, nose, hands, wire, weight, and fluff. And then I also made a tassel. I needed a button and the patterns. Speaking of the patterns, I am using my Tucked Gnome No Sew pattern. This is like one of the most popular patterns on Ruffles and Rainboots because you don't have to sew a thing. And what I'm going to do is use the hot glue to seal up this body. And if you have this pattern already, you know how easy this is. We don't close that top, and the flap we trickly, I don't think that's a real word, we fold the bottom a certain way. Oh my goodness. I'm just gluing it here. And then once I have it set, I'm going to turn it right sides out. And by the way, if you hear screams, it's okay. My daughter and husband are practicing Muay Thai upstairs, and yet I can hear it as if they're right next to me. All right, so I'm using poly beads, and I am going to fill this at least 3/4 of the way up because we want this to be very, very stable. And for the rest of the way, we're going to chock full the top there with poly film. I get asked a lot about what I film my gnomes with. I use only non-odor and non-moisture absorbing products, poly beads, and film. For the beard, I'm just using this brown, really rough and tumbly fur, and I'm going to nick off that edge there and give it a quick brush with my fingers and realize, nope, we need something better, and grab the comb. You can use a cat brush or a dog brush as well. So once we have that there, we're going to put it just under the very top of this body. Split the fur to its fabric backing, add a generous portion of hot glue, and then press any nose, a wood bead, a clay ball, a wood ball, wood half round, felt ball, a button, anything you'd like. Now for the arms, I chose to make arms because I wanted it to hold a scroll. So I'm just using the arms and folding them three ways here. So there's 3 layers. I'm not real good at voiceovers today. So I'm just folding the arm pattern over twice. And then I'm going to cut a thin piece of floral wire so that I can have bendy arms. Ooh la la. I'm going to add a bit of hot glue on the top of the arm there to hold that wire in place. Right there. You can kind of squish it just lightly. It's going to set pretty nicely. And then we're just going to glue the arm to the body right behind our fur. We're going to repeat this for the second one. Now, I've showed you how to run the arms through the fur. That would also be a really good look if you want quite a robust gnome beard. And that would work as well with this because you could still bend the arms through that fur. Okay, so there goes my little hand. I'm just going to add my little clay hands here. You can use anything you'd like. Pom-poms, wood browns, clay balls, anything. You can use mittens that I've shared in other patterns as well. Would that be cute? Okay, so next up is the hat. Now I did provide this hat pattern for you, and I also provided like the step-by-step so you don't have to watch the video, and those links will be down below to everything. I'm going to cut out the pattern from a piece of craft foam. You can use cardboard, you can use anything you got. My daughter suggested using that plastic grid that you can weave yarn through. She likes that stuff. Anyway, we're going to cut a second one the same size, and then we're going to cut the cap piece down there. It looks like the Wonder Woman headband. I crack myself up. Okay, then we're going to put hot glue on the felt and then put the foam on it. Then we're going to sandwich it all together with the other piece of felt. Get out your hot glue finger protectors for this part, and we're just going to basically add a little glue and squish this flat like a sandwich. And you don't have to be too exact because we are going to clean it up with some scissors because I have one piece that's just all wonky. You'll see right there. There you go. And so once that's done and the glue has set, because we don't want to get hot glue all over our scissors, we're just going to cut off any piece that doesn't align because you do have a little wiggle room there. All right, so now I'm just giving it a nice lint roll because I get things everywhere. And for the cap piece, my pattern has a generous cap, so you can use it on large sock gnomes or this skinny guys, whatever you'd like, any pattern. And when you have it, just measure it, wrap around to measure it, and then secure it with hot glue in the back. And then turn the hat upside down so that the top is on the table. Position, I know you can't see it very well because it's all black, but you're going to position the cap portion in the middle or just back of center so that the cap part will come down over the nose, so you're lining up that point with the brim piece, so both points align. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting hot glue only on the inside. And the reason I did that is because you're going to have to hold it for a second just to make sure that no hot glue seeps out, because I wanted a really clean look on my hat. I left that to dry, and now I'm going to make a tassel. I'm pretty sure you all know how to make a tassel. Just wrap it, the embroidery thread, any color, any weight, around your fingers until you get the thickness desired for your tassel. Then you're going to run a piece through your oval thread here and make it a little generous because we're going to use this to apply it to our hat. So I just double knotted it here, and then I'm going to brush all of these pieces down and then tie it just at the top right here. So I'm just going to loop that around a few times after I get it knotted. You can hear my daughter pounding away. She loves Muay Thai. Anyway, once we have that, we're going to cut the bottom, and then we're going to pull it down, make sure it's all flat, and just give it a quick trim. There's that one errant piece every time. For a little bit of decoration, I'm using a gold color thread to wrap around what I just wrapped around in black and give it a nice pretty accent. We're going to do the same exact thing and secure that with a bit of hot glue when we tie it so that we can be sure to, bring in our little edges and not have anything poking out. You can also order tassels on Amazon. And if you want them to have the year, you can order tassels on Amazon with a year charm on them. So this is just me, a little late to the party this year with the grad gnome. It's later out here in the West than it is where I grew up in Texas. All right, for our little button cap, I'm just using the piece that calls out in the pattern that we used to cover this button. And it's super simple, just a circle of felt or fleece, whatever you're using, and then slice little pieces into slits. That's what I was looking for, and cover the button. Put it on the middle of our cap, which you can now see is dry, and now we're going to position our cap. So we're going to line up, so you see that part right there, so the very tip, it's going to be pulled down pretty far. You don't have to pull it down that far, I just liked it. And then we're going to secure it with glue. And then you turn it around and secure the back, left and right, and the very back with glue as well. For the tassel, I added a little hot glue to cut off the edges, looped it around my button, and pushed that little tie at the bottom. And then we're done. What do you think of him? Let me know in the comments below. I think he's quick and he's easy and he's no-so. You can get the patterns down below. I'll link them in the first comment. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe for more crafty fun.